Have you ever stopped to think about just how many of your devices are actually capable of sharing a single, high-quality display? You might be surprised to learn that the average office worker uses around 3 to 4 screens at their desk, and up to 75% of office workers spend more than 4 hours per day working on a computer. That's a lot of screen real estate. But, of course, that means we need the right machines to power it all. Link is in the description if you want to check the latest price on Amazon. I've had my hands on the ASUS NUC 13 Pro, and I'm here to walk you through just what makes this mini desktop tick. One of the things I was immediately impressed with is the sheer amount of power that this little guy packs. Featuring a 12-core i7-1360p processor and 16GB of RAM, this is going to handle even the most demanding tasks with ease, from video editing to heavy multitasking. And with a 512GB SSD, you won't have to wait around for your files to load. So, what does that mean in real-world terms? For me, that's the difference between a smooth video call and one that chokes on latency. For a remote worker, it's the ability to juggle multiple projects simultaneously without any hiccups. For someone like me, who loves playing games, it means being able to push the graphical limits and get the most out of my favorite titles. One of the things I was initially skeptical about was the support for 4K displays. And trust me, it's no slouch there either. With the ability to connect via dual HDMI 2.1 and Thunderbolt 4, you've got a ton of options when it comes to configuring your displays. And, as you might expect, the visual results are stunning, crystal clear, vivid, and smooth as silk. Another thing that I think is worth highlighting is the level of security and business-grade features that come pre-installed on this machine. We're talking enterprise-grade VPN, robust password management tools, and even a hardware-based root of trust, all of which make it an ideal choice for anyone who wants a machine that's not just a personal computer, but a business one as well. As I mentioned earlier, the idea of this machine's potential is pretty impressive, and it's something that's actually put a few critics off. For one, it's a mini desktop, and some might see that as a limiting factor. However, while it may not be the most elegant solution from a design perspective, it's also incredibly compact and quiet, and with so many different peripherals available, you can easily customize it to suit your specific needs. One thing to be aware of is that the original seal has been opened on the machine, which might be a deal breaker for some of you who are looking for an out-of-box experience. For others, however, the savings might be more than worth the slight compromise. The pros on this machine are pretty compelling. It's got a ton of power, it's highly configurable with all sorts of peripherals, it's got a stunning display, and it's all wrapped up in a compact, business-grade package. The cons, I'd say, are relatively minor. One thing that might be worth mentioning is that the USB ports might be a little tricky to work with if you're trying to hook up multiple devices at once, and it's a bit pricey, especially if you're not sure if you'll actually need to use all those different features. Still, if you're in the market for a high-performance mini desktop that can handle anything from gaming to video work, I'd definitely recommend checking this one out. Trust me, it won't disappoint. Link is in the description below, if you want to check the latest price on Amazon.